Hello everyone and welcome to Local Biz. I'm your host, Sahr Brima. Today we're here to visit Adefris Toppin, one of the many medical clinics located here at City Place. For over 20 years, this clinic has been specializing in women's health. It was founded by Dr. Wanda Adefris and Dr. Barbara Toppin. Welcome to the show, Dr. Toppin.
Thank you for having me.
When did you and Dr. Wanda decide to open up this clinic?
Well, that was about 22 years ago. We were working at, ironically, two very separate clinics, and we had met socially. And coming from previous private practices in our other incarnations in New York and in Atlanta for Dr. Adefris, we really wanted to get back to being able to make our own decisions, partner with our patients the way we wanted to, and not be in big systems that are currently out there and were out there then.
Now, you chose to do this in Woodbury, of all places. Was there something unique about Woodbury that drew you to open your clinic here?
That is an interesting story because one of Dr. Adefris's very good friends lived in Woodbury at the time, and I live in Stillwater. Dr. Adefris was living in Burnsville, and we were looking at starting a practice. We weren't sure where we wanted to go, and her friend said, listen, there's a new hospital going up. And we said, okay, we'll take a look. And we fell in love with it and the concept that Woodwinds was bringing to the community. So that is the big reason.
Why did you decide to relocate to City Place?
We were previously at Woodwinds, and at the hospital, much to our happiness, is expanding. And so eventually over the next 3 years, we would likely have been moved out of the clinic and would have had to find somewhere else. And when we saw this place going up, we said, this is perfect.
So what was it about City Place that made this a desirable location to open this clinic?
Well, as you may know, the demographics for obstetrics is showing excessive growth in the East Metro, and Woodbury is at the center of it. And City Place is in the center of Woodbury, so it's centrally located. We're surrounded by all of our colleagues that we've been referring to for years and have been physically separated from. So it's really nice for me to say to a patient, oh, I want you to see the ear, nose, and throat doctor, which is right across the parking lot, or the GI or the ortho doctors that are surrounding us. So it's a fabulous location for us. We have lots of parking. And the patients love it. It's really been a good fit for us.
What sort of services do you offer your patients here?
We are an OBGYN group, and that's a unique group in that we are primary care for OB and GYN patients, so we do some primary care, and we are specialists, so we operate on patients, we deliver babies, we do hysterectomies, all ultrasounds, all sorts of procedures.
What kind of medical technologies do your patients have access to here?
Well, we have the latest in medical technology that is out there, especially in ultrasound technology. We're really proud of that. We were the first group in Minnesota, ahead of Mayo Clinic, to have 3D, 4D technology back when it debuted at the Super Bowl. And we've always been ahead of the game. And so we just got our brand new ultrasound, and it's very realistic looking images that really help us pinpoint problems and normal things that we would want to see in our patients. We also are looking at new minimally invasive technologies such as Acessa, which is a way to remove fibroids through laparoscopy and ultrasound. And so that's really exciting because that's going to prevent our patients from having to have major surgeries, a lot of blood loss, a lot of major surgery out there, and they can go home the same day. So lots of new technology that's out there.
How many doctors do you have on staff?
There are 6 doctors, and Currently, 5 of them are partnered, which is really important. We really want our partners to invest themselves in the community and stay in the community, which is why we offer partnership after 2 years. Our youngest doctor is due for partnership, or to be offered partnership this year, in fact.
Now, why do women choose Adefris Toppin for their medical needs?
I think in general, it's because we have a lot of compassion for our patients. And it's not that other doctors don't, but we have made it our point to make the clinic what we want, how we would want to be treated. And that's for every single patient that walks through the door. So from the front desk to the ultrasound to our nursing staff, we're really strong, and our staff comes first. When you're kind to your staff, they're going to be kind to your patients. So I think it's really overall the environment that patients enter when they come here.
Dr. Toppin, why did you become a doctor in the first place? What do you love about this job?
Well, I am absolutely passionate about prevention of pregnancy loss. And in fact, our clinic is unique in that we have developed a program for prevention of pregnancy loss, stillbirth, miscarriages, an after program for those patients to deal with any long-term health implications that may imply. And I was so affected by a patient years ago when I was in residency that it brought me to write a book about this and really work with these patients, because unfortunately far too many patients are having miscarriages and stillbirths. So in this country there are 5 million reported miscarriages per year and 25,000 stillbirths a year. So my aim is to stop that, and most of them are preventable.
Now, you have a podcast that just dropped on pregnancy loss prevention, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us what the title of that is and where we can find it?
The podcast, the first episode is called Fetal Movement, and the actual podcast itself is called The Fetal Vibe.
Well, this is incredibly important work that you're doing. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and share about your clinic.
Thank you for having me. This has been great.
This clinic is one of many places that make Woodbury a medical destination. Thank you for joining us for Local Biz. We'll see you next time.